Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your review for Manchester United's 2-1 victory over Everton at Goodison Park. So, a very hard fought victory for United. Obviously falling a goal behind early doors. Alex Iwobi, he pounced on a mistake from Casemiro. Let's be honest, it was a mistake. He was caught in the ball. It was something a player of his experience really shouldn't have been caught. Shouldn't have been caught sleeping on the ball. Great goal from him. I don't think David De Gea got into a lot with it. Right into the top corner. But what's most important and what really pleased me was the response to going behind. We started quite well and we grew into the match. I think this is really one of the first times we've seen United dominate the ball, dominate the chances, have an awful lot of possession, and play what we think is going to be the Ten Hag way, the Ten Hag style of play. And I think that's something that it's very important that we're starting to see these steps of progress that we're making towards Ten Hag's vision, towards what he wants the team to be playing like. And yeah, I think a big part of the reason we were able to do that was the performance of Casemiro. Obviously, just like I'd said, he was caught out for the first goal, but in total, Casemiro made 69 passes. This was more passes than what Scott McTominay has ever completed at number 6, and that gave us the platform that we were able to build upon. We saw the likes of Eriksen, we saw Bruno starting attacks. It was really good. It was really positive things to see. So our first goal came initially from a ball from Bruno Fernandes. He found Anthony Martial. Martial put a great pass into Anthony, and yeah, Anthony did the rest. I've said before in the videos, Paul Scholes said Anthony is a one-trick pony. Well, if that's his only trick, if his only trick is to cut inside, not left foot, find the far corner and stick it in the back of the net, then, that's a pretty good trick to have up your sleeve. 3 from 3 from Anthony in the Premier League, so very good from him. Very, very good start to life as a United player. He's really starting to grow. He's really starting to grow into an influence on that right hand side, and this is something we have not had in so long. We have not had a proper right winger. We have not had that player who gets in the ball on the right, he can cut in, he can go on the outside, and that's something that Anthony is bringing that we have sorely lacked. It's bringing more threat down the right hand side. Before, we were far too left heavy. Everything was going down the left, nothing was going down the right. But now, with that, we're having balance, we're able to stretch teams more, and we're going to create more and more opportunities. And the more possession we hold, the more we have the balanced attack, we make the pitch as big as possible, the more chances we're going to have to score, and the more goals we're going to score. And we're going to really start putting teams away. And I think this is a very, very important step towards doing that. We got the second goal from Casemiro breaking the play up really well. He was in on the tackle, won the ball, got his head up, and he picked out Ronaldo in behind, and it was great football. This is something that I don't think Scott McTominay can do. This is no slight or no knock on Scott McTominay, because I do have a lot of time for the guy. I think he's one of the hardest working players at the team, and if every player had his work rate, his ethics, his desire, then I think we would be a better team for it. But he doesn't have the quality on the ball that Casemiro possesses. I don't think McTominay finds that pass 1 time out of 20, let alone for 1 out of 1, which Casemiro pulled last night. And yeah, Ronaldo did the rest. 700 goals at a club level for the guy. Greatest goal scorer of all time. I believe Erling Haaland, for as good as he is going to have to score something along the lines of 43 goals a season for 16 years just to match Ronaldo. Like, the guy is and always has been a goal scoring machine, and yeah, he gets his second goal of the season. Good for him. He's a lot better when he came off the bench against Everton than he was against Ammonia. He had the Ammonia performance was just a freak just a freak performance from him. Like, 9 times out of 10 he gets 2 or 3 goals, but it wasn't to be then. But thankfully he got the winner yesterday. I think Ronaldo is finally starting to come back into form. He'd no pre-season, and I think the longer the season has gone on, the more like himself he looks. So that can only be a positive, especially with Martial being injured. I think we're going to need Ronaldo. We're going to need as much forward options as we can get. And yeah, I mean, I hope he doesn't play against Simone on Thursday. I hope we are able to rotate the squad, but we might not be able to. And that's the hand that Eric Ten Hag has been dealt, and it's not a great one. Whenever we're trying to compete on so many fronts, so many matches, but we have to make do with what we got. Yeah, I mean, I think the front three were very good. You all know, especially Martial when he was on, got his assist, had a couple of good moments, but you know, we just can't hang our hat on Anthony Martial being fit. If um if he was to be fit, I think he probably starts over Ronaldo for Ten Hag. I think that's more in line with what he wants, but Ronaldo is more likely to be playing now because of Martial's injury. And yeah, I mean, what else? What else can we really say? I mean, midfield was good. I think it was a very progressive match. It allowed us to show qualities that we hadn't seen before. Really, we had the midfield were providing a great platform for possession. Our defence with Luke Shaw in there looked a lot more assured, especially on the ball, than what we did the last two matches with Malacia. I think Dallo had a disappointing match. I think he could have done a bit better, but he didn't. He he wasn't terrible, and if everybody can have those just sort of nothing matches, and it was just really a nothing match for him. I think one of the biggest takeaways that we have to take note of is David De Gea. His distribution was actually quite good. He came off his line quite well a couple of times, which is something we haven't seen from the guy. I hope it's been coached into him. We are going to have De Gea as our goalkeeper for the rest of the season. So if he's able to pick those things up and start doing them, we're going to be a better team for it. And yeah, I mean, up next we have Newcastle. It'll be a very tough match. If we beat Newcastle, we can go on a good run. I'm sure of it. And yeah, I mean, Newcastle are flying high. We're flying high. It's our first home match in 3 or 4 games, so it'll be good to get back to Old Trafford. If we can go back 3 points against Newcastle, that gives us a really good platform to base the rest of our October and our November form off and our results off. We'll of course be going into the World Cup soon, so we want to be picking up as much wins, as much points as we can before the World Cup, because we don't know how it's going to affect the season moving forward, especially January time with fixture congestion and players come on off World Cup fatigue. So yeah, up next in Newcastle, looking forward to it. We'll catch you for the preview for that. Look out tomorrow. We're going to have a very special and a different type video coming out. It's not going to be a review or a preview. We're going to start a brand new series called Let's Talk, and our first episode will be Let's Talk about Jadon Sancho, because I think we need to talk about Sancho and his form. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you're new, if you like the video and if you want to support us. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.